Hi, my name is Hansel, and I'm an undergraduate student here at Slippery Rock studying exercise science. And I'm going to bring you guys through an aerobic circuit that I believe should give you a decent workout and get your blood moving a little bit. So we're going to start our warm-up while I go through some introductory materials. Let's just do some marches. We're going to gradually begin to bring our heart rate up and try to limit the possibility of any adverse side effects we may experience during this workout. So as we do these marches, this is going to be something we come back to at various points in the video for any kind of rest period or transition periods between while we're moving from exercise to exercise. This is going to reset our body and kind of keep us moving instead of just sitting around while we're resting. I have been doing aerobic exercise and resistance training for a vast majority of my life, whether it be for football or any other sport I was involved in. And I've also done a decent amount of job shadowing at a retirement home in State College called Foxhill Village. So I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks I've picked up along my way through my career in exercise. So now that we've done this for 30 seconds or so, let's switch up to an exercise that's going to get our back and our legs warmed up also. So what we're going to do is we're going to squat, and we're going to reach out in the air and come back up. Just by doing this for the next 30 seconds is going to warm up our back properly and our legs. So the point of this class is for any clients struggling with Parkinson's disease or dementia or any other diseases that may make a full aerobic circuit rather difficult. So after we do a few more of these, we're going to switch over to a modified jumping jack, keeping one foot on the ground, and we're going to move only our right foot and our right hand up in the air. This is to avoid any kind of impact that may hurt us or our knees or our hips. So at any point in this exercise video, if you are experiencing discomfort, that is good, because that is where we're going to grow aerobically and we're going to grow our skeletal muscle. But if we're experiencing any pain, not good. We're going to want to stop immediately. We're going to want to find a nurse or a doctor nearby us, consult them, and make sure everything's going well before we continue. So after 30 seconds of these, we're going to switch over to the left side. And as you guys notice, there's a few objects in front of me. I'll go ahead and explain what they are, as you're going to need them before we start our video. So you guys continue doing this for about 30 more seconds, or 15 more seconds, rather. We're going to need an AerobicVideo pad. We're going to be doing a lot of stepping off this AerobicVideo pad onto the floor, onto wherever. So we're going to need one of these. If you would like to, grab a towel instead of a yoga mat. And also, if you don't have an AerobicVideo pad on hand, which isn't really a common thing you may have at your house, feel free to use a pillow. Anything that's an uneven surface. And in regards to our weights, we're going to want to grab 2 dumbbells that we can work with. We're going to do a variety of different movements. So try to select the dumbbell weight that is going to be able to do, you may need to do bicep curls, bench press, some shoulder raises, anything that you feel like you can work with for the rest of this video. We're also going to need a kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, that's okay. Maybe use a bag of rice or something you have at your house. Anything that has a little bit of weight and you're going to be able to pick up and move around. Same with the dumbbells. So now that we've got our warm-up done, we're going to start with some exercises. Now that we are all properly warmed up, let's slip off our shoes if we feel the need to, just to respect the equipment here at the Techno Gym in Slippery Rock. We're going to lay flat on our back on our yoga mat. We're also going to grab our dumbbells. If you don't feel like you can do this with the dumbbells, just use the motions. All we're doing right now is trying to activate our pectoral muscles. We're going to want to lay flat on our back. You can keep your legs a little bit bent. We're just going to come out here with our dumbbells, straight up. Activating your pectoral muscles. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. If you feel a little bit of discomfort, feel free to throw a towel or a foam roll or a sweatshirt even underneath your neck. And we're going to do these 30 seconds. We have about 15 seconds left. You should be able to feel this all throughout your chest. This is one of the best exercises to activate your pectoral muscles. Come right here. Let's do 1, 2, and 3 more. All right. Let's get our shoulders a little bit warmed up, because we didn't really do much aside from the squats. We didn't do much for shoulders. So just come out, make a field goal post almost with your upper part of your body. Just bring your elbows and your wrists in here for the next 15 seconds to warm up our shoulders before our next exercise. This one should be relatively easy. No loads needed. As a matter of fact, you need to drop your dumbbells in order to do this. Now that our shoulders are nice and warm, let's flip over to our side. Flip onto our side here. Get on your left elbow, and we're going to do our right side first. You're going to want to grab your dumbbell. Hopefully it's light enough to do this. This should be. We're going to come straight up for 30 seconds on the right side. If you feel any kind of discomfort, once again, feel free to drop the weight. It's all about the motion. We're going to work our shoulders here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and there we go. Now that we did an awesome job with our right side, you guys can feel free to roll over. I'm going to go this way just for the sake of looking at the camera. Same thing. Right elbow down on the ground. Left hand grabbing the weight, up, 30 more seconds. Great job on the right. We're going to keep similar form. And once again, you can't use the weight, that's okay. It's all about the motion here. If you feel any kind of discomfort, feel free to once again put the towel underneath your elbow. We're just worried about moving our shoulders. 2, and 1. Very good, very good. So, now we're going to give our upper body a little bit of a rest. Come back to the resting position, get your dumbbells out of the way. We're going to work on our core. Since we just hit our upper body a little bit hard, we're going to lay flat on the back. What we're going to do, once again, you just sweatshirt towel, throw it underneath your neck. Bring our knees to our chest, hands left to the side. If we don't feel like we can do that, maybe just do a simple scissor motion. One leg at a time if you have to. That's okay. We're going to go 30 seconds of knees to chest. Hopefully you guys have already started this, so we only have about 15 or so seconds left. A strong core can prevent many adverse side effects everyone may run into, such as falling. It's going to help us keep our balance much better. It's going to help us walking around. A strong core is essential to basic life function. 3, 2, 1. Very good. So we're going to stay on the floor for the next couple minutes or so. We're going to get back on our backs. Towel under the head if you have to. If you want to, or if you have one available, you can throw a cuff weight around your ankle for this next exercise. So starting with your left leg, straight out. Right leg bent slightly. You're just going to want to come straight out. Using only your quads. Make sure you activate your quads with this one. 30 seconds left leg. Let's get started. Our cores are probably burning. I know mine is. So we did an awesome job with the core though. Like I said, cannot emphasize core strength enough. It's essential for getting around your apartment, doing whatever you need to do in a day to day. All right. A few more here. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job with the left leg. Let's switch to the right. Same motion here. Bend your left leg about 90 degrees. Right leg up. 2. And 1. Awesome job there. Hopefully we got a minute in there between both of our legs. And now we're going to give our legs just a slight bit of a break. We're going to go back to focusing on our core and our glutes. So what we're going to do here, both legs bent, just like we just had them. 90-degree angle, almost 90-degree angle. We're going to lay flat on our backs, and we're going to tighten our butts, come up like this. First, you're going to want to do this motion for the next 30 seconds. If you can't get the whole way up, that's okay. That is okay. We're just worried about, even if you can only come up to here, that's fine. It's better than nothing. It's better than laying on your back. So we got about 15 seconds left of this one. We're all doing a great job here so far. 2, 1. Very good. Now, let's get back up on our feet. Okay, now that we're on our feet, we're going to be using our AirX pad. Feel free at any point of this to use a chair in front of you. And while you're doing lunges on or off the pad, grab onto the chair if you're feeling a little bit unstable. I'm going to have it behind me here, so that way you guys can clearly see me. But feel free to have a chair in front of you to grab onto if you're feeling unstable. We're going to start out on the AerobicVideo pad. All we're going to do, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do this many more times throughout the next couple minutes. We're going to kind of step off to the right, lunge down. Step off to the left, lunge down. We're going to start with the right side. While we're doing this, for the next 30 seconds, starting now, we're going to want to keep our back nice and straight, just like you would be when you're walking around. You don't want to have that arch in your back. That's no good. We want to get rid of that. We're going to practice that right now. This is a great exercise because you're always going to be going through weight transfers. Whether it be if you fall, you want to be able to catch yourself, even going up and down stairs. Maybe you're going to slip on a spill you have in your kitchen or anything along those lines. Being able to practice transferring your weight to one side or the other is a great thing to do. Awesome job with the right. Let's start with the left. 30 more seconds here. This is an essential skill. You're going to use this every day. You probably do realize this every day. Some of us may have weak knees or hips, like myself. That's okay. Maybe you don't go down the whole way. Maybe you just come down to here. The main practice of this is moving your weight on and off of an uneven surface. So after we got a solid 30 seconds on there, we're going to grab our dumbbells and we're going to add a little bit more to this. Following up with our exercise from before, we're going to still have the chair in front of us holding a dumbbell in one hand. We're going to step off to the right, up with a shoulder press. 30 seconds. Remember, this chair is in front of you. Grab onto it if you need it. If you feel like you got too much weight, you can't keep your back straight, you can't go down the full way, drop the dumbbell. The key here is your hands down at your side to help with your balance. We're trying to improve our balance in this exercise as well as our skeletal muscle, and we're working up a little sweat while we're doing it. Thankfully, our heart rate is increased from the warm-up. But 30 seconds of air. Great job with the right. Same thing for the left. Going over here 30 seconds. I can tell it's getting a little bit harder the longer we go. That's okay. Make sure our back remains nice and straight. We come down, taking this weight up. Perfect. Good job. Get that out of the way. We don't need that for this. Next, don't stop moving. March on off the AerobicVideo pad. 10 or so more seconds. Let's just. All right, to finish up our cool down, I'll leave it up to you guys. How you guys decide you want to do this. You can continue marching. I feel like that's a great way to increase your heart rate, but what we don't want to do is just sit down. It's no good. Your heart rate was a little too high there. We don't want to just bring it right back down to the rest, and we need to gradually do that in small increments. So you can either march, come back inside, up here, do your squats like before. Bring it in. About 30 seconds more for whatever one of those movements you guys chose. That'll do you good. If you feel like you're having a little bit of soreness in your shoulders or hips, you grab your chair, bring your left leg up, hold it. 30 seconds if you feel like you need to. Just a little bit of static stretching. Not mandatory, only feel like you need it. Go over here, right side, same thing, 30 more seconds. Hamstrings are feeling tight. Put it up here. Come down. 30 seconds each leg if you feel like you need it. Right one. Good and loose. Same with the shoulders. Come across your body. That's all you need to do. Come across your body. Both sides. So after we're done with our stretches, if you felt like it was necessary, we're going to call it for today. Because every one of you guys did a very, very good job. We increased our joint mobility. We increased our skeletal muscle strength. We increased our aerobic capacity. We got our blood pumping. We got breathing a little bit heavier, which is great. And we also improved the connection from our head to our hands and our feet. We got a little bit more mobility now. We know what to do if we slip on uneven surfaces. Everyone did a great job. Very proud of everyone. Thank you. Keep moving forward.